We're going to want to lengthen all the way out. And we're going to work up into that high Y repetition. I know you know where to put your hands in that Y position because you've all done the YMCA song. All right, we're ready? You want to tee your feet this way. That will allow you to pivot from the back foot onto the front. Let's go. Driving straight up. Perfect. Now again, if you find yourself too deep or too shallow, it's very easy just to move your feet forward or back. Notice Michelle's feet. She's able to lower onto this back foot and drive back up onto the front. That means there's no slack in the system as she moves through it. The other thing you want to look for as you're doing this exercise is watch right here in her back. She's got great control of her shoulders and she's really leading with her scapula, which means that she's pulling those shoulder blades together to start the action. She should feel this all through her shoulders and right here in the middle of her back. 20 seconds to go, Michelle. Doing a nice job. The other thing that's important to note about this exercise, notice how Michelle's arms are keeping very straight. You don't want to bend your elbows in and drive into a tricep extension. We'll do that later. Last 5 seconds. Excellent work, Michelle. Remember to keep breathing. Beautiful job. All right, now it's time for the bicep curl. We're going to work into the upper arms over this. Lean back against the system, extend your arms all the way out to start with. We're going to go in 10 seconds. You're going to notice Michelle keeps her elbows nice and high, her head is back. Focus on a spot that's about 3 feet above the anchor point. And here we go. Curling back. Excellent job. That's beautiful motion. Again, what you don't want to do is pull those elbows down and turn it into a back row. We've already done that. This, we're trying to really isolate the biceps. Shoulders stay down now. She's doing a great job not pulling her shoulders up into her ears. If you feel like your shoulders are shrugged, you need to engage in behind, dropping them down. 30 seconds. Again, very easy to adjust where your feet are. Move your feet a little bit steeper, Michelle, a little bit more. Don't be afraid to explore new areas. Ah, now she's working. She's so strong, I think she's looking for the beach. You want to know which way to the beach? Just point your finger overhead. Which way to the beach, Michelle? It's over there. All the way up, last 5 seconds. Good. Extend it all the way down. Beautiful. We're in the back half of the workout. Try and hang on. We're moving on to triceps and then it's into the core. You turn around just as Michelle did. Now she's facing forward. Her hands are going to be nice and high. She's going to come straight up overhead, driving straight out. We'll go in about 5 seconds. And here we go. Driving straight in and out. Now this is doing 2 things. We can tell that we're really working through her triceps, but in this position, her core is actually working very hard to stabilize herself. Again, if you feel this in your low back, chances are you're not stabilizing right. If you try to correct it, you still feel it there. You need to come more shallow, let your core handle what it is you're trying to do. Good job, Michelle, driving through. She's doing an excellent job right here about keeping her elbows just in line, going back over her head. If you find you feel this in your elbows a little bit, just move your hands up a little bit higher. That should take the stress away. We've got about 20 seconds to go, Michelle. Focus on this side, right here. Drop down in the middle. Beautiful. You feel that in your triceps? Oh yeah, all 3 of them. Or is it 6? That's 3 on each side. Driving straight down and up. Last 5 seconds, 2 more repetitions. Drive it straight up. Drive it straight up. All right, now it's time for the core. Are you ready for it? Okay. We're going to start off with a supine pull through. So she's going to sit down on her back, put her heels up in the system. Here we go, 1 heel, 1 heel. Excellent. Now, your hand position might change. What she's going to do is bridge straight up. Here we are, she's going to come straight up, bring those hips right up. Good, and then pull the hips straight through and under. Now this is a pretty advanced exercise, so if you're finding this is difficult, move to the following. Lie down flat on the ground, on your elbows, and just work on just trying to bridge up from the elbows, just like that, and hang on to it. If you can do that, then you can move back to the exercise. So let's go back to that movement, Michelle. From your hands, driving the hips way up high. We've only got about 30 seconds left to go. Good. Notice Michelle leads this movement with her head. She's driving her head forward, pulling her hips, and then back, lifting them up. If you find this hand position is tough on your wrists, play around with a different spot for your wrists. It may make it a little bit easier. We've got 10 seconds to go, Michelle. That's it. Driving forward and up. This is a demanding exercise. Try and hold on to it. One more rep, right here. Beautiful job. All right, let's pivot around on our mat. Facing out, we'll move on to the oblique leg raise. We're probably gonna have to extend those out just a little bit. What we're looking for here, and send yourself up on the mat if you would, Michelle. Perfect, thank you. Feet straight up in the air. You wanna push down in those handles as hard as you can, dropping to one side, coming up, and then dropping to the other. Excellent. Try and get as much range of motion as you can using an open grip on the handles. But again, think about pushing down as hard as you can. We've got about 45 seconds, Michelle. How you feeling? Are you fibbing to me? Working hard right here in those obliques. Boom, driving in there. Boom, driving right in there. Excellent job. Again, try and hang on to the rep count, but if you find that you're having difficulty, rest when you need to. 20 seconds to go, Michelle. 20 seconds, turn it around. The hard part is right at the bottom. Turn it around right there. Not so deep, not so deep. You may find you fatigue. Don't go, just don't go as deep as you get more and more tired as the set goes on. Michelle's doing an excellent job engaging her obliques during both phases of the movement. Excellent. We've got one exercise to go. It's a suspended exercise. This one's pretty hard. Again, for those suspended exercises, we want the system to be adjusted about 8 inches up and off the ground. We'll put our toes in at this time. There's one toe, reaching across, other toe in, and rolling forward. Again, we can do this from a push-up or a position from elbows. Plank right up in push-up position, pulling the knees up and through. Excellent. Here we go. Lifting those hips up nice and high, lifting them high, good. Driving it up, perfect. Up and high, good. Come on, 10 more seconds in this position, Michelle, you can do it. This is the last exercise. Hang on to it as hard as you can. I know you're feeling tired. Good, let's move down to our elbows. Go off of your elbows for the last half. Excellent, hips come up high. Notice Michelle is always leading this action with her hips. That's ideal. You can pull your knees just under, but you'll get much more core benefit if you actually get a bit of a hip lift. Also notice she never drops below parallel. Once again, by dropping below parallel, that'll actually get into her back. And we'll feel it right in through here, and that's not what we want. Last 5 seconds, Michelle. Drive it up. One more rep. Drive it up hard. Hard, hard, hard. Nice job.